TurboTax, Invesco QQQ, IG, Marriott, Nabisco, Nissan, Pizza Hut, Reese's, Unilever, and Wendy's. Their support enhances NCAA championships and educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. Tell the world you're here. Share your experiences, connect with other fans, and gain behind-the-scenes videos and access to your favorite scenes. For more information, visit ncaa.com/social. The NCAA sponsors 90 championships each year, none of which can happen without officials. There is an urgent need for sports officials across the country, as they are retiring 4 times faster than they're coming in, leaving shortages at all levels of sport. The NCAA recognizes the importance of officiating on the student-athlete experience and is dedicated to the recruitment and retention of new officials for all sports. Say yes to officiating. Visit ncaa.org/say yes to officiating for more information on how to get started. Fans, you can now access the official NCAA digital game program on your mobile device, tablet, or laptop free of charge. Visit ncaa.com/game programs for an inside look at today's championship. The NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes through educational opportunities, enhancing mental health services, guaranteeing scholarships and tuition, and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more. Did you know that more than 50,000 student athletes compete in NCAA championships at more than 800 sites across the country each year? Share the experience and excitement of another NCAA championship coming to a city near you. To witness the top teams in the nation compete for a national championship, visit ncaa.com/tickets and make a date with champions. We are all a part of the community, and we all play a role in keeping our community safe. While you're watching the match, please keep an eye out for suspicious activity. If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities. Together, we can protect our community. Last but not least, be sure to visit the Tacos Chicanx food truck near the Kellogg Stadium entrance for some delicious tacos and more. Cal Poly Pomona and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. Respect, it's the name of the game. Once again, good afternoon and welcome to Kellogg Stadium on the campus of Cal Poly Pomona for today's 2024 NCAA West Regional Final featuring the Cal Poly Pomona Broncos and the bright Loma Sea Lions. Please welcome the officials for today's contest. The referee is Jamie Padilla. Assistant referees are Kristen Patterson and Jennifer Fight. The fourth official is Jacqueline Reelman. And now let's meet the teams. First, let's meet the Point Loma Sea Lions. First for the non-starters. Number 0, Lainey Moraes. Number 2, Jordan Rodriguez. Number 6, Emma Rogers. Number 14, Nikki Ross. Number 17, Natalie Klaus. Number 19, Andrea Lozano. Number 20, Abby Guys. Number 22, Jillian Tubbs. Number 25, Samantha Wilson. Number 27, Lily Lorez. Number 28, Caitlin Sparks. Number 30, Emma Majors. Number 33, Jenna Bissett. And now, today's starters for the Sea Lions. Starting at defender, senior number 3, Naomi Ellis. At defender, senior number 4, Emma Thrapp. At forward, junior number 7, Alyssa Ketchum. At midfielder, sophomore number 8, Grace Nelson. At defender, junior number 9, Zoe Crockett. At midfielder, senior number 10, Nikki Friedman. At defender, freshman number 11, Lady Herrero. At forward, senior number 18, Alana Diaz. At forward, senior number 24, Bethany Arabi. At midfielder, freshman number 31, Gianna Massenter. And at goal, junior number 1, Julia Pinnell. The Sea Lions are led by head coach Christy Kelly, with the help of assistant coaches Nico Acosta, Mark Yealis, and Duarte Andrade. And now, let's meet the Cal Poly Pomona Broncos. First for the non-starters, number 00, Kat Aguayo. Number 5, Anna Shellpepper. Number 11, Ryan Grease. Number 13, Alexis Macias. Number 15, Chloe Green. Number 16, Sabine Ramos. Number 19, Kiara D'Arcangelo. Number 20, Tatum Bowers. Number 21, Georgia Rink. Number 22, Lavinia Vaipulu. Number 24, Lizzie Northcott. And number 28, Michaela Marr. And now the starters for the Broncos. At forward, junior from Huntington Beach, California, number 3, Angelina Rivas. At midfielder, junior from Murrieta, California, number 4, Abria Smith. At forward, senior from Riverside, California, number 6, Tara.
Let's go!
At midfielder, junior from Long Beach, California, number 7, Marissa Salazar. At defender, senior from Clovis, California, number 9, Bella Anderson. At defender, junior from Long Beach, California, number 12, Giselle Samayoa. At defender, senior from Ladera Ranch, California, number 14, Lizzie Sung. At forward, junior from Oceanside, California, number 17, Vanessa Cruz. At defender, junior from Chino Hills, California, number 23, Liberty Ortiz. At midfielder, senior from Placienta, California, number 37, Auburn Burnett. And back goal, senior from San Diego, California, number 0, Bella Hara. The Broncos are led by head coach Jay Mason, with the help of assistant coaches Dan Richards, Emily Tominovich, and Andy Gutierrez. And now, those who are willing and able, please rise and remove your hats to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Kellogg Stadium here on the campus of Cal Poly Pomona. We have a delicious main dish for you here. NCAA third round. Winner goes on to the quarterfinals. Point Loma Sea Lions, Cal Poly Pomona Broncos. Numbers 1 and 2 seeds in the West region, and it is no accident that they are here in the regional final, playing for that regional trophy that will be handed out after this one is over. These two teams met earlier, September 12th. Great game. It was 1 billion degrees outside here at this stadium. Tara Oper scored in the 27th minute for Cal Poly Pomona, and they beat the then number 1 ranked Sea Lions by a score of 1-0. They held on for dear life at the end. The Broncos come in, having defeated Western Washington 1-0 last week in the playoffs. Point Loma beat Hawaii Hilo. They had to score twice in the 53rd and 54th minutes to overcome a 1-0 deficit to get here. The Broncos are led by 8-year head coach Jay Mason. 1 loss on the year for Coach Jay Mason and his Broncos. That was in October against Stanislaus. Christy Kiley leads the Sea Lions. She's in her 7th season. They are on a 9-game unbeaten streak. The last blemish on their record was a 2-1 loss against Concordia, who also made the tournament. Two best teams on the West Coast ready to go at it. Let's get some lineups for you. For the Sea Lions, in goal is Julia Pinnell. Defender Naomi Ellis. Defender Emma Thrapp. Forward Alyssa Ketchum. Midfielder Grace Nelson. Defender Zoe Crockett. Midfielder Nikki Friedman. Defender Lainey Herrera. Alana Diaz, Bethany Arabe are the two talismans up top, and Gianna Massenter is another midfielder. For Cal Poly Pomona, in goal is their stalwart Bella Hera. Up top, Angelina Rivas. Abria Smith gets another start at midfield. Tara Oper will be, of course, up top. Marisa Salazar will be in the midfield. Anchoring the defense, Bella Anderson, Giselle Samayoa, Lindsay Sung, as well as Liberty Ortiz will be the back four. In front of them will be Auburn Burnett. And up top is Conference Player of the Year. That is Vanessa Cruz. Your referee is Jamie Padilla. Eddie Flores is running the controls for us here today. My name's Craig Duncan, and I am pleased to be with you on this wonderful Saturday afternoon as we get ready to go. Both these teams are green and gold. Cal Poly Pomona in the white with the somewhat readable green font numbers on the back. Point Loma in the green with the much more readable font of white on their backs. We got a great crowd here on hand. Stands are probably 2/3 full, and we are underway. They go long for Oper, do the Broncos, and concede the game's first throw. Sea Lions try to go forward with Herrero, but there is Salazar with the block. Just the first minute. Glad you're with us. Trying to turn is Friedman as the Sea Lions push forward. Burnett with the header. That's probably the first of about 40 headers she'll have today. That may only be a slight exaggeration. Thrapp plays it back to her goalkeeper. That is Julia Pinnell from Tigard, Oregon. She started all 20 games. Out of the midfield come the Sea Lions. Oprah intercepts. Samayoa, dangerous pass! Oh my goodness. Bella Hera, the goalkeeper, had to come out and clean up the mess. Some miscommunication back there almost cost the Broncos. Salazar trying to go up top for Rivas, not there. Friedman. And that is Nelson. And now Herrero. Friedman. Sung intercepts but concedes the foul. First time we hear from our referee, Jamie Padilla.
We know you do.
And over the ball is Emma Thrapp, the senior from Temecula. She was the MVP of the NCAA championship last year. Remember, Point Loma, the defending champions. So the Broncos playing back-to-back champions in consecutive weekends here in the NCAA tournament. 2022 champ Western Washington knocked off by the Broncos last week. Far post with the free kick. Bunch of bodies in there. Not cleared. Herrera with her back to goal, double teamed, and actually that's Diaz. Oh, a nice little back heel by Oper to clear. Cruz. No numbers forward just yet. They go long down the field. 4 Opers streaming down that right side. Ellis out to check her. She's dangerous from this side. With some speed is Oper and tackled away by Ellis. And this robust crowd behind the Broncos on that foray. Where the Broncos almost conceded early on just a gift goal, and you cannot concede gimmies here in this tournament. Goals are very hard to come by. Long throw by Oper. Can't get the head of Burnett. And cleared, not convincingly, as Sung tries to do a bit of a hero shot, and Pinnell will gather. Pinnell had an amazing end of last year. Did not concede in the last 11 games. She has given up 4 in the last 3 games, has Pinnell. Obviously, goal's not always the goalkeeper's fault, as this ex-goalkeeper will tell you. And coming out of there with it is Nikki Friedman, intercepted though by Sung nicely. Cruz trying to go forward, cleaned up, and this is Herrera. Crockett. Now Ellis. Point Loma from down in San Diego, a Nazarene-affiliated school. Burnett again wins another tough ball. Ortiz. And now Sung out wide with her back to goal, trying to dance around Alyssa Ketchum, and is able to get it back to Ortiz, who clears. Herrera with a nice ball. Up for Friedman, and that is headed away by Anderson Burnett. Person on her back. That is Friedman. Burnett plays it out and earns the throw. We are in the 6th minute. Goalless. Point Loma, Cal Poly Pomona West Regional Final. Cruz goes down to the ground pretty easily. The referee not buying it. Friedman. Nice move around Salazar. Goes central. Nice little move here by Diaz. She's dangerous. Good anticipation by Ortiz. And a nice little move there to get herself some space. Diaz a lot to contend with. Here comes Salazar. She's got Cruz up front, and Cruz was flat-footed. Trying to beat Crockett nonetheless, but the ball dances out. What a move by Ortiz. Facing her own goal line. Diaz with 8 goals on the year, 7 assists. 3-time All-Pac West, including this year. Senior out of West Covina, South Hills High School, so just over the hill here. Pinnell will find Thrapp. That eludes the head of Anderson, and she's caught out. Nice ball wide. Some danger here. Shot is wide. Anderson caught up and out of position on that play, and the Broncos a bit fortunate there as the ball was at Diaz's feet. Diaz held off the scoreboard in that win against Hawaii Hilo, but she had scored in 5 straight before that. Bella Hera with the goal kick and the throw conceded. Oprah intervenes. And a foul. Abria Smith taken down. Broncos will have a kick just inside their half. 8th minute, goalless. Point Loma's had the better chances. Diaz had a shot. There was a bit of a misplay in the back. Ortiz takes the kick, tries to find the head of Oper. And Arabe goes to ground, no call. And a long shot right into the breadbasket of the keeper, Pinnell, who quickly distributes. Friedman lays it back for Herrero. Oh, and a rough challenge there, and no call. Wow. Salazar probably got away with one there. Took a big divot, too, out of the Cal Poly Pomona turf. And that one to nobody in particular, except the gentleman with the straw hat. 9th minute, no score. Craig Duncan with you. Eddie Flores at the controls. Salazar trying to go up top for Rivas. Thrapp gives chase. Sends a bouncing ball back to her keeper, who clears. And Thrapp unable to save. Lindsay Sung to take the throw. Valedictorian at Tesoro High School down in Orange County. Nice defending there by Herrero and Thrapp. 5'6" is Thrapp. Not a ton of size for center back, but speed, savvy, skill, all that in big supply with her, for sure. Burnett, nice little soft header to Salazar. Trying to split 2 defenders with some speed. Goes central, who wants it? Cruz with the turn. Tries to get Salazar. Nice bit of play there. Salazar taking a little dive ski, trying to draw a free kick or a penalty. The referee, Jamie Padilla, not having any of it. 10th minute, no score. Nelson on the far side. Naomi, her first name. Up top they go for Diaz, and the foul conceded by Ortiz. Diaz 8 goals this year, 8 goals last year. They square to Crockett. Somebody should take her, right? Back to Thrapp. Going left. That was Nelson, and the ball played out. Each side with a shot. I would say the Sea Lions had the better opportunity at goal. They had their goal scorer with the ball at her feet. Ortiz to take, as she usually does. Nodded away by Naomi Ellis out of El Cajon. She was the Point Loma Nazarene University Scholar Athlete of the Year, was Ellis. That was last year. Salazar trying to settle. Not giving her a whole ton of room was Gianna Massenter to do that. Ortiz and Sung with the save, if not the great pass. Thrapp and Massenter. Friedman. Crockett Massenter, goalkeeper Pinnell. 3-person press by the Broncos. And that's intercepted by Cruz. Trying to settle the bouncing ball. She's got Oprah streaking. She had Oprah. She decided to take it herself. I'm not sure if she saw her or maybe thought she had a better avenue going the other way. But here comes Arabe with 2 players in front of her. Arabe, somebody's got to check her. Takes a turn, goes down, and draws the foul. A bit of a LeBron bailout, perhaps. Looked like she had the angle to turn that, but she draws the free kick in a dangerous spot, 22 yards from goal. Arabe, 7 goals on the year. Scored a big goal last Saturday against Hawaii Hilo. Emma Thrapp over the ball. She scored 5 goals last year, did Thrapp. Nothing so far this year. I'm sure she'd love to open her account right now. Pretty obvious where the wall goes, the top of the arc, 10 yards from the penalty spot. So a 4-person wall, kind of 5-ish. Let's see if they go straight to goal.
Get it up, Broncos!
They do, and it's over the bar. I think Hera had it covered. Tough to get that ball over that wall from that angle. So another big chance there. As you'd have to say that the Sea Lions taking it to the Broncos so far. Cruz goes down fairly easily, I might add. Tough to get a feel from this referee just yet. Ortiz, as she always does, taking those midfield free kicks. Sends a little 9-iron for Oper. We're in the 15th minute, still goalless, not chanceless though. Craig Duncan with you from Kellogg Stadium. Beautiful day. In for Burnett. Salazar! And it's in! Oh, Salazar picks up the garbage and puts it in for the Broncos! Salazar, the goal scorer last week against Western Washington, and the goal scorer here against Point Loma in the West Regional Final. It was just another long throw, and they usually go for the head of Burnett. It bounced in the penalty area and fell right to Salazar, who was right in front of goal. Pinnell, the goalkeeper, no chance on that one. So 7th goal of the year now for Marissa Salazar. So the Sea Lions had the better chances to that point. But obviously the Broncos took their chance in a strong header and a foul, and the Cal Poly partisans calling that foul before the whistle even blew. Two losses for the Sea Lions all year, Concordia and against Cal Poly Pomona here on the 12th of September. Weather a little nicer this time. Oh, a nice layoff for Oper. 2 forwards going. Cruz, Salazar trying to settle. Kind of flubs the shot. Abria Smith can't get a foot on it. That ball was bouncing. Oh, a dangerous pass back. And Pinnell able to clear. Ortiz to Burnett. As they say, the Sea Lions at 6s and 7s right now. As Salazar, if she could have just settled that ball a tick sooner, Might have had a chance to get a good foot on it. She kind of scuffed it a bit. I'm sure she'd like to have that one back. Not the first one, though. She's the goal scorer. Cruz with some space, going for goal, and it curves right into the hands of Pinnell, the goalkeeper. A 15th-minute goal by Salazar has put the Broncos on top and put some electricity into this stadium, if there wasn't any already. Anderson with the win to Cruz. Backheader, but nobody home. Thrap the defender. So a bouncing throw-in that falls to the feet of Salazar has put the Broncos on top. Sung for Rivas. Smith. Enough to maintain possession. Burnett. Samayoa. Cruz. Cruz all over the place right now. Thrap. And she'll play it back all the way to the goalkeeper eventually. That is Massenter. I think the Sea Lions wanting to take a little breather here. Maybe just ease the momentum a bit. Friedman harassed into a turnover. Burnett. Samayoa. Long for Smith. Over her head. Falls to Rivas. She's got Salazar wide left. And Cruz, I think, was going for her. She was. They acknowledge each other. And a bit of a miscue with it ends up in the goalkeeper's arms. The winner of this one gets the winner of the Angelo State Colorado School of Mines game. That'll be tomorrow. 19th minute, 1-0. Cal Poly Pomona. And here comes Anderson trying to check Nelson. And here comes Ellis with some speed for the Sea Lions. Up ahead into space, and nice grab there by the goalkeeper Hera as they tried to get Diaz running on. Diaz, it appears, playing a traditional sole striker position, the classic number 9. Cruz, great half for her so far, causing all kinds of problems for that Point Loma back line. The winner of this game will host that winner of the Mines versus Angelo State game as they try to get Rivas streaking down. But Zoe Crockett there to clean it up without any hint of untidiness. 20th minute, 1-0 Broncos. Another long throw. Salazar lurking in the back, now checked by the best defender on the team. They try to go for Burnett, not to her. A shot off the volley. High and wide by Rivas. Junior out of Mater Dei High. Rivas transferred in from University of Montevallo in Alabama. Here's Diaz. Ball up ahead to nobody. At least nobody on her team. Closest player was Alyssa Ketchum. Hera collects. Looks like she wants to go up the right side. Ball falls to the feet of Friedman. They go wide left for Orabe. Samayoa out to check her. And a nice bit of defending by Samayoa. Samayoa, by the way, is a Guatemalan national team member. Like, not the under this or under that. She, a full international playing for Guatemala. Big throw coming here. Almost to the penalty spot. It's headed on by a Bronco. And unconvincingly cleared, but there was Burnett as Arabe was winding up for a volley. Turnover. Broncos with some numbers. They got Cruz sprinting forward. They don't see her, or at least don't have the opportunity. Rivas had her two fastest players up ahead of her and couldn't get the opportunity to feed either of them. Nice bit of intervention there by Ortiz. And she'll be asked again. Smith to the feet of Cruz. Burnett now. Checked by Nelson. Oper fields the bouncing ball. And the ball turned over for Diaz. Ortiz, who I'm sure is watching her keenly. Now Thrapp. And Herrero. Diaz. Broncos will be happy to see her at the halfway line. And a little too much on that for Naomi Ellis. Reaching the halfway mark of this first half. 1-0 Cal Poly Pomona, a 15th minute goal by Marisa Salazar, junior out of Los Alamitos High. They try to find Diaz, but Anderson's there. Now Ellis, Burnett, Oper, Smith unable to get there, and Herrero collects, and she comes forward.
You got it, Marissa. You got it, Marissa.
Salazar checking her. She's the goal scorer. Good bit of delay play by Salazar. They go back for Thrapp, who goes central. Oper to intervene as Nelson tries to play. And back to the back line and Crockett. Nelson with a lot of space in the middle. Check there by Smith. Samayoa intervenes, but it falls to the feet of Herrero. Now Thrapp and her defense mate Crockett. Ortiz steps in front of Diaz. I'm sure she has watched some Alana Diaz film this year. 24th minute of this one, a 1-0 lead for the Broncos. NCAA third round, winner to the lead 8. Diaz with Anderson behind her, lays it off Herrero. Now Friedman. Herrero. And now Massenter, and she'll switch the field. Crockett. Tries to get Ellis. Now Arabe. Tackled off the ball, Samayoa. Out of there comes Rivas, but a nice bit of play to push it back. That was Grace Nelson. And now the keeper, Pinnell, will have to reorganize. Wide for Crockett. Rivas harassing Crockett, and will at least draw the throw. '25th minute. Attacker just fell down there. That was Diaz. Sea Lions with a bit more possession here in these last 5 minutes or so. Not a ton of danger created, but at least some possession. As Thrapp will play. Thrapp likes to crochet in her spare time.
Gotta go down, Marissa.
As they go up ahead for Nelson, unable to complete it. Crockett out of Veradale, Washington. Three goals on the year for Crockett, 4 last year. Freshman of the year a couple years ago in the conference, the Pac West. Nice little layoff by Diaz, but it spins back to Samayoa, but right to the chest of Nelson. And Nelson tries to go into space here, and it's going to be offside for Diaz. Flag went up early. They were just waiting for the touch. Craig Duncan with you. A beautiful view to the north of Mount Baldy. Great day for soccer. Temperature low 70s. And we're going to get some subs soon enough. Burnett. Ball up ahead for Oper. That's a little too much. Not even Oper can catch that one. And we'll get some subs.
Checking in the game for the Broncos, number 15, Chloe Green. Coming in for number 17, Vanessa Cruz. Also number 13, Alexis Macias. Comes in for number 3, Angelina Rios.
Alexis Macias, Chloe Green are in. Cruz takes a seat, as does Rivas. Both of them well-deserved breaks. Cruz all over the place in that first 27 minutes. Macias out of Cudahy. Went to Downey High. Chloe Green out of Yorba Linda, Esperanza High. Green with her first touch. Burnett. Macias. Now Burnett again. Settles. Oper. Green. Challenging Thrapp. Cleaned up, though, by Crockett. Thrapp back to her keeper. Some pressure applied by Macias. An imperfect clearance by Pinnell, the keeper. To the feet of Herrero, though. Friedman trying to turn. She's got 4 players converging on her and is forced to play it back. This is Crockett as Salazar challenges her. Ortiz with the jumping header. Settling, though, is Nelson battling Oper. Oper with position. Burnett with the ball. Up ahead for Green. Thrapp to challenge. Now plays Ellis. Little 1-2 with Nelson. And now Friedman with the ball at her feet. Massenter. Wide for Herrero. Back for Crockett. 29th minute. Up ahead Diaz. Salazar with some body work. Ball's out. More subs.
Substitutions for Point Loma. Number 14, Nikki Ross, comes in for number 7, Alyssa Ketchup.
Nikki Ross is in.
Number 22, Lavinia Vaipulu, comes in for number 4.
Let's go, Lavi!
Lavinia Vaipulu comes in for the Broncos. Vaipulu, a good ball winner, kind of an additional number 6 out there. Plays a bit forward of the traditional number 6, that's Burnett. This is Crockett with some room. And they go wide. Now centrally for Nelson trying to turn. She finds Diaz on the right side. 1v1 with Sung. Gets the cross in. Headed away. Nice little header by Anderson. Nice ball, though, for Diaz. And Diaz with a good bit of skill to get that cross in. We'll get a big throw here. Boy, will we.
Well done.
Ortiz with the header. Anderson tries to save the corner.
Good job, girl.
And they do. Naomi Ellis. Samayoa checking her. And Samayoa with the nice block. Samayoa out of the Academy of Math and Science. From Long Beach is Giselle. Started every game this year. Another big throw. Ortiz mischimes the jump. Headed back in. And a volley attempt falls harmlessly away from goal and to the hands of Hera. Hera, all CCAA second team this year, second year in a row. Played all but 20 minutes of every game this year. Bouncing ball up ahead, nice nod on by Macias. Green fighting with Thrapp for it. Gets enough on it to cause the shot and the diving save by Pennell. Macias, 5 goals on the year, aiming for number 6 right there. 32nd minute, 1-0 Broncos. Salazar with the game's goal. Oper tries to find Macias, but Crockett there to intervene. As they try to go into space for Arabe, but a little too much on that one. As Hera will pick up. Nikki Ross, just want to make sure we got her in the game. Sophomore out of Seattle. Up ahead, Oper. Nice takedown at the feet. Tries to find Macias into space. Crockett. Dispossessed and then repossessed. And a tussle there and a foul adjudged against the Broncos. Broncos with the shot advantage. Some loose touches in the back for the Sea Lions. They have conceded in each of their last 3 games, now 4, as Burnett tries to go forward and loses it. She's got to hustle back. Here come the Sea Lions with some speed. This is Naomi Ellis charging down that left side. Samayoa trying to catch up. Gets the cross in, but Ortiz is there to clear comfortably. 34th minute. Nice run by Naomi Ellis, the senior from El Cajon. Here we go, another big throw. High arching throw, too. Cleared temporarily. They go back for Massenter, who has to play back to her center back Thrapp. Crockett now. Turning here is Nelson. Nelson with a goal on the year. Wide for Herrero. Freshman out of Redlands. Oh, nice dummy. And it falls to Oper, who clears in an emergency fashion. I think that was Friedman with the dummy. Crockett. As we are bathed in sunshine now, loose touch there off of Nelson, and Vaipulu able to win. Oper dispossessed there, and Ross recovers. And Anderson with the strong clear. To the feet of Herrero, though, Massenter. Vaipulu watching her. Now Ellis gets around Oper, at least temporarily. And now Nelson with a bunch of space. And they go wide for Arabe. To the byline, nice move into the box, cleared by Burnett. So some questions being asked here by the Sea Lions. They're here for a reason. Ooh, Burnett and Nelson, which could have been an awkward challenge. And this is intercepted. Salazar, the goal scorer. Last 10 minutes of this first half. Ross checks her. Ball into space, taken away by Crockett. Nice idea for Vaipulu. As Crockett comes forward, Ross with a ton of space here. And some room in the middle. Oh, that was there. And Hera there to take. They were looking for Friedman, who had a ton of space in the middle. If that ball was weighted just a little bit less, she would have had a golden chance to equalize here with 9 minutes left in the half. Salazar. Nice ball at the feet of Green. Trying to turn. Not a ton of options for her there. as nobody's into space, but a nice ball out here for Salazar. Checked nicely by Herrero, no foul there. And they go into space for Diaz. Sung chasing her. Anderson central. 5 defenders are back. The cross is in and not much danger there. And Anderson clears.
Recover, Marissa. Let's go.
It was a rough challenge, but I think a justifiable no call. We're going to get some subs in here.
Substitutions. First point Loma. Number 22, Jillian Tubbs, comes in for number 10, Nikki Friedman. And then for the Broncos, number 19, Tiara D'Angelo, comes in for number 6, Kara Hooper.
Oprah will take a seat probably for the rest of the half just to give her a break. We get Kiara D'Angelo in for the Broncos. Jillian Tubbs, senior out of Huntington Beach, into the game for Point Loma. They go to Diaz, fends off a defender, offside. Good smart defending there by the Broncos. Nice little bit of play, though, by Thrapp and Diaz. Diaz getting into some dangerous spots here. Tubbs, 3 goals on the year. It's her first action since mid-October. Burnett with the header. D'Angelo, that familiar pink headband.
We got to recover. We got to recover.
And this is Massenter. Out wide. Nelson. Rather Ellis to Nelson. Samayoa. Into the parking lot. Ross, dispossessed. Green tries to win from Thrapp. Thrapp, steady as ever, at least wins it, but her pass there a bit errant. More subs.
Checking in for the Broncos, number 21, Georgia Rink.
Georgia
Comes in
Rink.
for number 14, Lindsay Sung.
In for Lindsay Sung. Sung played the full 90 against Western Washington. Rink didn't see the pitch in that one. D'Angelo to the feet of Vaipulu? No. Massenter intervening there for the Sea Lions of Point Loma. 17-2-1 coming in. One of those losses to the Broncos back in September. Oh, nice little interception there. That was Massenter. That finds Nelson as they try to get to Diaz, and they can't. Salazar, Burnett, into space, I guess. Actually to the feet of Thrapp. Now Vaipulu intercepts. And the ball pinballs eventually to Ellis. Broncos pressing with 3 forward. Vaipulu playing a much more advanced position than we've seen. As they try to hit Tubbs. Herrero, bouncing ball, Salazar. Crockett there. Now Ross. Ball up ahead for Tubbs, and the goalkeeper is going to get there. Shielded away by Rink. Rink 5'10". She's a sophomore from Brisbane, Australia. Rink with the touch here. Salazar trying to play Macias. Green almost got there. Thrapp did get there just in the nick of time. And they'll play it up ahead for Grace Nelson. D'Angelo trying to win it from her, but she gets it back. A nice ball from Ellis. And a clumsy challenge there. Samayoa emerges with some speed for the Broncos. Down that right side, goes central for Green. Nobody else really home, though. Broncos did not exactly throw numbers forward. Under 4 minutes left in this first half. 1-0, Cal Poly Pomona. Diaz into space, trying to find Tubbs. Rink helping Ortiz on the primary defense, and the corner conceded. So nice bit of play there by the Sea Lions to draw the corner.
Go Broncos, get it out.
Come on, Bella, you got this.
Thrapp to take the corner. 5 Sea Lions at the 18 far post.
Get it out, Broncos.
High ball, far post.
Yes, Auburn.
Burnett with the initial header away. And out of danger, at least temporarily, for the Broncos. Under 3 minutes left here in this first half. Time is kept on the scoreboard in college soccer. The referee can signal a stopped clock, but once that scoreboard hits 0, the half is over. Another throw into the box. Rink, unconvincing. And Diaz tried the half volley and sent it way over the bar. Couldn't quite get over that, but dangerous to leave that at the feet of Diaz. Diaz scored 2 goals in the national semifinals last year. No stranger to big games is she. Another sub.
Cal Poly Pomona substitution, number 20, Tatum Bowers, comes in for number 13, Alexis Macias.
Alexis Macias subbed on, now subbed off, and Tatum Bowers on for her. Bowers a little more of a defender, and I think Coach Jay Mason sensing he'd like to go into halftime with a lead. Darkangelo intercepts. Vaipulu, bit of a bouncer though, slows play down. Samayoa. Burnett. Samayoa in a tight space. Arabe checking her. Try to find Darkangelo. And the throw won by the Broncos.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute remaining.
You heard EJ announce 1 minute left. Vaipulu, nice ball for Darkangelo. Tries to get the cross in. Not enough height on that to find the goal scorer, Salazar. Burnett. Plays it back, Ortiz. 42 seconds left in this half. Chloe Green. The cousin of the Sanchez, Mark Sanchez, former Jets quarterback, former SC quarterback. Sure he'll be watching in a few hours. They take on the Fighting Irish. Got some business here, though. Vaipulu. Try to get Darkangelo.
9,
Last 10 seconds of the half.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Rink unable to get that one.
1.
And able to do enough to get us to halftime.
End of the first half of this match. Current score, Broncos 1, Sea Lions 0.
So a 15th minute goal by Marissa Salazar has held up so far,
During halftime.
but a very intriguing half of soccer between these two great teams. We'll take a little break. We'll come back in about 15 minutes with half number 2.
Take home a unique souvenir from today's championship. Visit the NCAA merchandise stand near the entrance of Kellogg Stadium for great championship gear and memorabilia. The NCAA thanks our corporate champions AT&T, Capital One, and Coca-Cola, and our corporate partners Buffalo Wild Wings, Buick, Geico, Great Clips, Home Depot, Intuit TurboTax, Invesco QQQ, LG, Marriott, Nabisco, Nissan, Pizza Hut, Reese's, Unilever, and Wendy's. Their support enhances NCAA championships and the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. You can now access the official NCAA digital game program on your mobile device, tablet, or laptop free of charge. Visit ncaa.com/game programs for an inside look at today's championship. We are being inundated with sports betting. Everyone from your friends and family to your classmates is getting in on it. Ads are hard to ignore, and social media is flooded with constant harassment. In fact, 1 in 3 student athletes have experienced betting-related harassment. Help the NCAA draw the line and visit ncaa.org/drawtheline. The NCAA thanks official equipment suppliers, Smitty Officials Apparel and Wilson Sporting Goods for their support of NCAA athletic championships. Their contributions help enhance the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes.
Craig Duncan back with you here at Kellogg Stadium as we get ready for half number 2. Cal Poly Pomona leads on a 15th-minute goal by Marisa Salazar, 1-0. So 45 minutes separating one of these teams from a berth in the Elite Eight against the winner of Angelo State and Colorado School of Mines. Whoever wins this game will host that game next Saturday.
Go 6.
We are just about ready to go. We got Cruz in for the Broncos. Vaipulu, who did not start the game, starts the half. Sung is in on the left. She started the game. Massenter for the Sea Lions, coached by Christy Kiley. Kiley has lost only 16 games in 7 years for the Sea Lions. 6th straight time in the tournament for them. Pass up ahead, Diaz. Samayoa shields, Hera takes. First minute of play, second half. The Broncos have shown the ability to just choke off games like they did against Western Washington after getting that early second half goal. This will be a tall task. May not be ready for the bunker just yet. Burnett, ever steady, finds Oper. That finds the feet of Grace Nelson, who's played a solid game in that midfield. Right now they've got Massenter pulled up high. And now she pulls back. So she'll play right in front of the defenders as she did in that first half. Thrapp, the stalwart defender. Massenter. No avenue there. Crockett. Broncos happy to watch this, as the Sea Lions try to get something forward. Good shape for the Broncos so far, as they press with 3 as they've done most of the game. Crockett with Cruz checking her. Into space, Diaz. Tough play. Does she get there? Yes, she does! For the equalizer, it is in there! Alana Diaz finds herself in space, a hesitating goalkeeper in Hera, and she makes them pay. Her 9th goal of the year, and we are even at 1 apiece, and nobody's going in the bunker now.
Let's go, you got this.
The Sea Lions spent about a minute just squaring the ball across the defensive line, and then a ball into space bouncing as Diaz got behind the defenders. Hera, the goalkeeper, maybe a second of indecision, and she was always second favorite to get to that ball, and Diaz found it, and there was no way that she was going to miss with a yawning goal mouth in front of her. So both teams still with work to do. Oper chip into the box, but to the hands of the jumping goalkeeper, Pinnell. So I'm contractually obligated to tell you that if this game ends 1-1 or some other even score, we'll go to 2 10-minute sudden death overtimes, although we call them golden goal in this sport. And then to the dreaded penalty kicks if still even. So this was the exact type of play that led to that first goal, as Diaz, who's standing here all by herself on the far left, found herself into space. 1-1 tie. That goal in the 48th minute for Diaz.
Come on, Broncos!
49th minute. Tubbs battles there. Anderson pushed away but does win the ball. Salazar is dispossessed by Ketchum. And Thrapp able to collect there. As Salazar gives pressure, that was Rivas with the pressure. Vaipulu getting the start here in the second half. As Cruz giving a little heavier pressure on the press here. As they press with 3 do the Broncos.
Good pressure, Liberty.
Burnett and fell to the ground and drawing the foul was Salazar, the goal scorer for the Broncos. Diaz, the goal scorer for the Sea Lions. 1-1 tie, as you probably would expect between these two teams. Not a whole lot between them. One bit of brilliance, one bit of indecision. Right at the penalty spot, Oper up there to get it, but unable to direct or put much power on it. As we enter the 51st minute in a 1-1 tie. Nice play up ahead there. As that was Crockett and Oprah and her teammate run into each other, but they do emerge with the ball. Cruz made a lot of noise in that first half. Into space for Oprah. Trying to turn the corner. Gets the cross in, but it's blocked nicely. Naomi Ellis with a great recovery. She does concede the corner. And there's a reason Naomi Ellis was first team All-Pac West last year. Showing some great speed as Oper beats most people around the corner there, but not Ellis. Oper to take. Low driving ball. Cruz tried to get a first-time half volley on it. Falls to Samayoa. Little dummy out for Oper, not offside. And she will earn another corner. As we enter the 52nd minute. Good, intriguing game here.
Let's go!
They go short. Samayoa has to corral, and she gets a high ball right at the spot. Headed away ultimately. I think that was Herrero with the noggin on that one. Broncos go long, right to the chest of Cruz. Into space, Rivas. First timer is wide. It was the right idea to go first time, I think. She got a good foot behind it, but that is a tough shot to direct. Nice bit of play there by Cruz. Cruz averaging only about 50 minutes the last 6 games. I wonder how short the bench will be here for Coach Jay Mason of the Broncos and how much he will put Cruz out there in this second half. Ortiz tidies, and off of the head of Crockett to Cruz. She's got Rivas, does Cruz, on the far post. Tries to turn on Herrero, goes far post. Rivas there, settles, back for Oper with the shot, and it is just wide of the upper 90. Couple of great chances here for the Broncos in the last couple of minutes. Now the Broncos with a bit between their teeth, having conceded early for the Sea Lions to draw level. We are in the 54th minute. Ortiz,
Nice.
Cruz, Rivas, Vaipulu.
Good idea.
Burnett with Diaz charging on her, wanting perhaps a teammate to say player on. Oper trying to settle. Gets by Nelson. Salazar. Now Ortiz. Nice ball up ahead. That is Sung, the outside defender, and a nice bit of shielding by Thrapp to earn the goal kick.
Substitution for Point Loma University. Number 14, Nikki Ross, comes in for number 24, Bethany Arabi.
Bethany Arabe takes a seat. And Nikki Ross into the game. The Broncos have kept Arabe pretty much in check. She came in with 7 goals on the year and an early second half substitution. Ortiz unable to find Rivas, but it falls to her anyway. Oper running into space, trying to get around Ellis, and tackled nicely by Ellis, and the goal kick. I think the Cal Poly Pomona partisans hoping for a penalty, but if you're going to win a West Regional, you need more than that to draw a game-winning penalty. Quite the divot, though, created in the box. Samayoa and Diaz. Diaz wins that. Little shoulder ball put forward by Anderson. Here comes Tubbs. Samayoa chasing. Ortiz there to pick it up and shield it out and earn the goal kick. The Point Loma fans wanted a handball, but I think that hit the top of the shoulder, and the handball now comes down to the armpit. You can do anything above the armpit and not get whistled for a handball. And I think that's what our referee, Jamie Padilla, saw. Hera showing some frustration here. She showed some frustration after the goal, too. Nelson able to win. That Nelson-Burnett battle has been something to watch in the middle. 2 stalwarts there. And that's over the head of Sung. And that's going to eventually find the feet of Alyssa Ketchum. It will not. It finds lane 5 of the track. Eddie Flores in charge of what you're seeing here. Good job, Eddie. I'm Craig Duncan here at Kellogg Stadium on the campus of Cal Poly Pomona in the Spadra Hills.
Let's go!
We are in the 57th minute.
Keep working, Lena.
1-1. Crockett with the one sleeve tucked up, Fonzie style. Here comes Diaz trying to get around Samayoa, and Samayoa sees the ball out. Diaz not pleased about the call, but I think it was the right one. Diaz with her 9th goal earlier in this half.
Let's go, Polly.
That exceeds her total of last year. Burnett trying to win it from Nelson, and does. Tubbs has caused a lot of problems there as a forward. They were now playing 2 number 9s forward when they, in the much of the first half, Diaz appeared to be a solo number 9. Speaking of number 9s, here comes Cruz from Rivas. Cruz with the shot! Oh, and it just does go over the bar. Oh, she whistled that one, and I'm not positive Pinnell had all of the net covered. Pinnell 5'9", a bit off her line, and 6 inches lower, and I believe the Broncos might have been up 2-1. Tubbs. Now Herrero. Massenter off of her.
Play your game, Lena! You got this!
Good second half so far. We've had a goal, lots of chances. Broncos having to dig deep here. Both teams obviously having to dig deep. And here comes Tubbs. Anderson cleans it up. Again, Tubbs a great addition into the game. The senior from Huntington Beach, the Waldorf School. Ball up ahead, but to the feet of Thrapp, which means you're not getting it. Tubbs now back to goal. Diaz steaming in. Nelson able to play forward, and Samayoa trying to see this out, and she does. Diaz battles her. So Diaz held off the score sheet against Hawaii Hilo after scoring in 5 straight. A check mark in her account for this one. Burnett. Oper. Long ahead for Cruz. A lot of her reach. Rivas with a nice win. Vaipulu. Oper. Rivas. Oper. Intercepted. Massenter. Ellis. Just able to get it to her teammate Ross. And now Herrero. Back to Ross. Steaming in was Ortiz with the whiff. And the throw goes the Broncos' way. 2/3 of the way through this one. 1-1. Crockett with Salazar chasing her, and the ball won back. Salazar. Oper into space, a little high for her, and Pinnell, beneficiary of a nice shield by Ellis, able to corral. Nelson and Burnett. Burnett with a little bump in the back that Nelson didn't fully appreciate. 61st minute, 1-1. Tubbs. Nelson up ahead into space. Ross. And Ortiz able to clear. Liberty Ortiz, the junior from Ruben S. Ayala High, just over the hills here in Chino Hills. Ortiz has gone the full 90 minutes each of the last 13 games, so don't expect her to be coming off. Tubbs again. Ellis and Crockett. Thrapp. Massenter. Long up ahead. Diaz, but that will be grabbed. By Hera. He said with a bit of uncertainty.
Let's go, Six.
Diaz causing a lot of problems, as she has for just about every team that the Sea Lions have played. Cruz tries to win that one, knotted on by Vaipulu, but that's going to be taken by Thrapp back to her goalkeeper. Defending champions don't go down easily, which is what the Sea Lions are. These two teams played last year as well, not in the tournament, but the Sea Lions beat the Broncos 1-0. Here comes Diaz. Samayoa trying to stop her, or at least keep her going laterally. Now Tubbs, and they go wide. Herrero. Herrero back from Ross, finds the feet of Vaipulu. Unable to get a good touch on that, though, was Vaipulu. And back come the Sea Lions of Point Loma. Oper trying to check Ellis, and she does. Concedes the deep throw, but a good bit of defending there by Oper, asked to do a lot. Nelson will take a seat.
Checking in for the Sea Lions, number 10, Nikki Friedman. For number 8, Grace Nelson. Also number 19, Andrea Lozano comes in for number 18, Alana Diaz.
So Lozano comes in. Diaz takes a seat for a bit. That will not be a very long seat for her. Big throw here from Ellis. Toward goal. Solidly headed out by Burnett. Ellis with the shot blocked by Oper. And some numbers perhaps if they can get forward. Rivas has Cruz streaking into space. Elects not to go there and instead goes short to Ortiz, who recovers. Andrea Lozano is in for the Sea Lions. Lozano out of Escondido. Tubbs. Also Nikki Friedman into the game, the number 10. Anderson unable to tackle. And here comes Friedman and Vaipulu right there. Oper. They go long and Crockett able to get there. Massenter. And Crockett. Crockett started every game this year and, in fact, scored on November 16th against Hawaii Hilo. Samayoa shielding the attacker Lozano and concedes the corner. Lozano, a transfer from Sonoma State, scored her only goal in October against Westmont. Shots are 8-4 for the Broncos. Shots on goal 3-1 for the Broncos. With this corner, the corners will be even at 2 apiece. 9 fouls committed in the game. They go short to Ellis. Off of Samayoa, and Hera not able to save the corner. Approaching the halfway mark of this second half. Craig Duncan with you from Kellogg Stadium. 1-1 tie, playing for the West Regional Trophy Division II NCAA Women's Soccer. Point Loma with the corner against the Cal Poly Pomona Broncos. Lofted corner, back post, and headed away rather emergently by Burnett. And she'll concede another corner. I think we got to go to the other side, though. Nope. Referee opts for expeditiousness. Thrap to take. She's got a shorty for Friedman if she wants it. Low, near post, in the box, and cleared amongst a sea of humanity in there. And a must get there by Ellis, and she sends it over the goal line. Rivas was charging, and if Rivas wins that from Ellis, she is alone in on goal from 55 yards out. 68th minute, 1-1. Nikki Ross, Tubbs. Ooh, clattering challenge there. Ball stays in. And Ortiz with the clearance. Herrero and Rivas battle.
Let's go!
69th minute. Burnett trying to give chase and beat Tubbs. She does. Not the greatest ball ever. Oper trying to save. And she does to Samayoa. Nice little 1-2. Oper trying to press forward to Cruz, who's unable to bring it down. Cruz is felled, no call. As Ellis. Jillian Tubbs. Ellis has Oper trying to win it from her. Back to Massenter. Wide Herrero. Crockett. Squares it for Ellis. 70th minute, 1-1.
Now you got him unlocked. Press that. Now it's what press.
Thrap. Ellis.
Don't let him out.
And Massenter. Good job by the Broncos here to keep them in check. But out of this was wrought the first goal. That goal scorer is on the bench, we assume very temporarily. Salazar with a nice win. Ortiz with some work to do to her partner Anderson. Anderson for Cruz. Oper, and intervening there was Lozano nicely. And the Sea Lions will control. Very patient, are they?
No. No smelly shit. I mean, you can. Burn like hell.
71st minute. Nelson. Headed away, Burnett.
Effort, girl.
Massenter. And Thrapp. Winner will host the Elite Eight. And here comes Ketchum on the run. Falls to the feet of Friedman. To a wide open Tubbs in the box. Oh, and a nice bit of play there by Bella Anderson. Tubbs took a little too long over the ball, and Anderson able to get there. Hara with the big clearance. 2 10-minute golden goal periods, if still tied over the last 18 minutes here. Vaipulu. Hara. Little unease creeping into the partisans below us from Cal Poly Pomona. Salazar. Nobody. Thrapp's had a lot of the ball here in this second half. Sea Lions content to knock it about in the back to find something. Again, that's what got them their first goal. Friedman shows. And Thrapp again. Very patient attack here for the Sea Lions. Massenter to her goalkeeper. Broncos only pressing to about 30 yards. Nice knockdown by Lozano. Sung able to get in the way. As we're going to get some subs here.
Substitution for the Broncos. Number 15, Chloe Green, comes in for number 17, Vanessa Cruz. Number 4, Alburia Smith, comes in for number 22, Lavinia Vaipulu. And number 21, Georgia Rink, comes in for number 14, Lindsay Sung.
So Rink is in for Sung. Chloe Green is in. And Abria Smith is in.
In for Point Loma is number 18, Alana Diaz for number 22, Jillian Tubbs.
And Alana Diaz in for Tubbs. And Tubbs gave him some great minutes today. Diaz the goal scorer. Ellis to Friedman. Down low to Diaz. Found herself in some space 6 yards from goal. And Ortiz able to intervene at the last second there. Corner conceded. As Chick Hearn used to say, it's nervous time here at Kellogg Stadium. Thrap to take. She's been dangerous with these. Little set piece here. All the way back for Ellis. High into the box. Oh, and Hera fell down and offside, as fortunately for the Broncos, ruled by the assistant referee. Oh my gosh. Hera did a little slip and slide there. There were two players that were in an offside position when Ellis sent that ball in, and the Broncos very fortunate there. Rink with her first touch of the second half.
Well done, Georgia.
And the throw conceded. Another sub. This time, I think we're going to get Arabe in. Bethany Arabe for Alyssa Ketchum.
For Pomona, number 24, Bethany Arabe rejoins the game for number 7, Alyssa Ketchum.
Crockett may have gotten away with a handball there. Burnett, nice little nod down. The Sea Lions have definitely had the most possession here in this second half. The Broncos had a little flurry there of a couple of golden chances, but not much since. Oprah up ahead for Green. And Thrap, of course, intervenes. Massenter. Herrero. Rink trying to get there to beat Diaz. And Diaz pushes it across the goal line. As we creep into the 77th minute in a 1-1 tie. A little bit of a breeze starting up. Coming into the face of the Cal Poly Pomona goalkeeper, Hera. Green trying to challenge there. Trying to get away from Ellis. Nice ball up ahead. This is Rivas. Crockett there with some sturdy defending. And a foul is whistled against Rivas. As Crockett did a face plant into the track there. Yeah, this pitch, the line is drawn just a yard inside the track. So if you go down anywhere outside the touch line, it's not going to be comfortable. Pinnell, the goalkeeper. Operd trying to put some pressure on as they go back to the keeper. Abria Smith in as the Sea Lions are just daring the Broncos to put on a bit more of a press. Broncos not taking the bait. Smith trying to turn. Burnett. Ross on her. Burnett plays it into space. No one there to run onto it. Rink. And now Rivas trying to nod to Oper. Salazar back to Oper. Now Ortiz in a spot of trouble and concedes possession. Friedman bumped off by Ortiz. Ortiz needs to get back. And it's Rink that is able to plug up the gap as Ortiz finds her position.
Coming in for the Sea Lions, number 8, Grace Nelson. For number 14, Nikki Ross.
Grace Nelson back in. Nikki Ross takes a seat. Boy, the bench for Point Loma, some strong efforts. Ross, Lozano, Tubbs especially. Massenter with a tough win against Smith. 79th minute of this one, 1-1. Extra time awaits. That wrong-footed Nelson. And here's Rivas with some space. Burnett. Had Oprah here in a 1v1 situation. Rink trying to turn. And she gets Oprah. Oprah with a nice bit of play inside. Takes the shot. It's blocked. And Pinnell will take. Oprah had some space, but it was plugged up nicely.
Get the ball! Get the ball!
Crowd is just imploring the Broncos for a higher press. Not sure Jay Mason agrees. He's the one that makes the decisions for the Broncos.
Let's go!
80th minute, 1-1. Rink trying to get there. She does, but it's unconvincing. Long ball up ahead. Diaz, and that'll fall to the keeper, Hera. That's the type of play that ended up being the first goal for the Sea Lions. Auburn with a nice nod on, and that'll go to the goalkeeper, Pinnell. Rivas giving chase, but Pinnell always favored.
Get the ball! Get the ball!
Crowd growing ever frustrated at the strategy employed here, the tactics.
What's left, Lena?
Nice bit of play to get Thrapp into space. Burnett chases and causes the interception. Oh, and the foul is called at the last second there. It was a bit after the release of the ball. As we come under 9 minutes left in this one. Almost a next goal win situation here. Burnett.
Good job, Auburn.
Giveaway there by Green. Crockett clattered into. Finds Diaz, though. One-on-one with Ortiz. Oh, a nice nutmeg. And the clearance, I believe, by Ortiz or Anderson. Two of them came at it. Nice bit of play there by Lozano and Diaz. So we get the long throw. These have been dangerous. High arcing throw into the box. Cruz perhaps fortunate, or Ortiz rather, that she didn't get an arm on that. And the ball seen out by Thrapp. Unflappable is Thrapp.
Stay physical, 3.
Under 8 minutes left. Oprah there. Chloe Green. Thrapp, though, gets it to Crockett. Friedman trying to nod it along for Arabe. Rink, though, is unable to see it out. Nope, we get a late flag saying, nope, change my mind, goal kick. Couple of subs. Green will come out, Cruz will come in. Short spell for Green there. And we'll get Tubbs for Lozano. I think that's a good substitution for Christy Kiley. Tubbs has caused some problems for the Broncos up top. So they've got Arabe, Diaz, and Tubbs up top. So Christy Kiley going for it here. Not playing for kicks, not playing for OT. Nick one here at the death and move on.
Anna Shellpepper for number 12, Giselle Samayoa.
Anna Shellpepper gets a late addition into the game. as Rink now comes over to the defensive right side. Rivas takes it away. Cruz is in the game for the Broncos. Fans screaming for a handball, but it was not a handball. That was decidedly not a handball. She corralled it with her shoulder, which she's allowed to do. They try to feed Rivas up high to the Broncos as we go under 7 minutes left. Scoreboard keeps the clock. A little stronger press here for the Broncos. Ellis having to spin out of trouble, and she does. Tubbs. Nice bit of play by Anderson. And she earns the throw off of the foot of Friedman, much to the delight of this crowd. Rink to throw. No, we're going to get Oprah. Wants Rivas, and a bit of a clumsy, if effective, clearance with under 6 minutes left. Rink. Burnett. Rivas, heavy touch there. Sees it go across the line.
Checking in for the Sea Lions, number 7, Alyssa Ketchup, comes in for number 4, Emma Thrapp.
So Alyssa Ketchum in for Emma Thrapp. Interesting substitution there. I don't know if Thrapp is gassed or whether Coach Christy Kiley is just throwing caution to the wind here, going for the winner. I'm sure Coach Jay Mason is happy to see Thrapp, but actually Thrapp's on the field, so she did not get subbed out. It was announced that she was subbed out, but she's out there. That was shocking if Thrapp was subbed out. So Ketchum is in the game. Throw for the Sea Lions. Hearing it now from the Point Loma fans down to our right. And the Bronco fans return in kind as we approach the 86th minute of this one in a 1-1 tie. Thrapp. Going long down the field, and that should fall into the hands of the goalkeeper. It does. So Ketchum, Tubbs, and Diaz up top. Arabe was the player subbed off. Flick on for Cruz, a little too strong. Good idea from Burnett.
Let's go, attack!
Nice soft header, Burnett to Oper. Across the field for Salazar, the goal scorer for the Broncos. Nice bit of play to buy herself some space, and she goes into space for Shellpepper, who's got some speed down that left side. She finds Cruz. Nobody there for Cruz. Crockett to Herrero. Laney Herrero out of Arrowhead Christian Academy.
Pressure!
Almost a giveaway there. Press getting higher and higher for the Broncos. As this is Ellis for Alana Diaz into space. Nobody home. Tubbs gives chase. Anderson able to clear, but it's temporarily to Friedman, but Burnett is there. Salazar, nice challenge by Nelson. Shellpepper and Ketchum go for it, and Ortiz will have to clean up. Into her bench. Under 3 minutes left in regulation. Steal there for the Broncos. Burnett long up the field. Wanting Salazar. Crockett a bit clumsy but effective. ish. 2.5 left. Shell Pepper. Cruz. Felled and draws the foul. Not a ton of fouls in this second half. Only the third one. So Ortiz has a strong leg. Whether she can get enough on one to fool the goalkeeper, maybe a bit of a tall ask. Cal Poly Pomona does throw numbers forward. They've got 6 just inside the 18. She goes right at the spot, and Anderson was there. Burnett heads it down. Oh! Cruz across. Anderson not able to get much on it, and the goal kick. There was a Bronco player with a chance, and it was cut off by another Bronco player.
Go Broncos!
So Ross is back in.
There we go.
Clumsy bit of play there by the Sea Lions. Anderson wins that from Tubbs. Cruz fighting with Herrero. Nice bit of defending there by Lainey Herrero. And we'll get a long throw from Oper with just over a minute left in regulation.
1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute remaining.
Burnett with trying to flick it on, unable to do so. And a much less dangerous throw now for the Broncos. They go long nonetheless, finding Burnett. Unable to find a teammate, though. And the big clearance as Tubbs gives chase. Anderson back to her keeper. 30 seconds left. One last foray here for the Broncos, or else we're headed to extra time. And a foul whistled. That ball was moving, so they've got to bring it back.
Back it up.
10 seconds left.
9.
So basically, they got to take this on goal.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll do it for the full 90 here, tied at 1. We will have extra time. We'll take a little break and come right back.
Soccer fans, we head into overtime. 2 sudden victory overtime periods of 10 minutes each shall be played. If a team scores, the match is over. If the score is still tied after the 2 overtime periods, the match will be recorded as a draw, and the tiebreaker procedure of taking kicks from the penalty spot will be used to determine a winner.
Craig Duncan back with you. 90 minutes, not enough to settle things between these two teams. We will have two 10-minute golden goal periods. First one to score wins. If neither team scores, we will have penalty kicks. Marisa Salazar in the 15th minute. Alana Diaz in the 48th minute. Nothing since. Point Loma with a ton of possession in that second half. Let's see if they can carry that momentum here into this extra time period. Arabe is out there for the Sea Lions, and I think we have a new player here on this right side. Yes, Abby Buys getting her first taste of action. I wonder if she's on there for a PK. Oper tries to find Cruz. Crockett intervenes. Burnett. Salazar. Shellpepper. Shellpepper and Rink are your outside defenders. They go over the top, and this is Rivas, but the ball falls to the keeper, Pinnell. 30 seconds gone in this first extra period. If still tied after this first extra period, we'll switch sides and play a second 10 with golden goal. And Diaz trying to beat Rink. Rink's got some speed and some athleticism, and she shows that off and plays it out. Diaz dangerous down that left side. That's where she scored the goal. A bit of indecision in the back by the Broncos led to that, but it was the skill of Diaz that ultimately won the ball. Another long throw. This into a bit of a breeze. It is headed down and cleared. Abby Buys. Crockett. Cruz. She's got a runner with her. Now Cruz trying to beat Crockett. Into space, not enough. Thrapp there to intervene. Oper trying to run onto it. Oh boy. Cruz had Rivas, but couldn't quite get enough of that, and another well-read play by Emma Thrapp, the stalwart central defender. Now we'll get a big throw from Tara Oper. Burnett not able to knot it on. Ortiz unable to save. Couple minutes gone here in the first extra time period. Craig Duncan with you. NCAA third round Division II women's soccer tournament. Winner to the Elite Eight. The winner will host against either Colorado School of Mines or Angelo State. Two and a half minutes gone here in this first extra period. Burnett, Oper, trying to settle. Crockett with a bit of tidying up to do, and she does. And it's cleared there by Nikki Ross. Rink. Broncos have had the better of the first 3 minutes here after being out of possession for a lot of that second half. We're 1-1. We are in the 94th minute. Oper to Cruz. Out of her reach. Cruz playing a lone striker, a classic number 9. As Jay Mason switching up tactics a little bit. Burnett wins another header. Rivas, a speeding Oper down the right side. Gets the cross in, nicely defended by Crockett. Arabe, a bit untidy, and she emerges with it. Abby buys. Trying to get it into space for Ketchum. And emerging victorious there was Anna Shellpepper, the junior out of Golden, Colorado. They've got Cruz with some space here. Trying to beat Massenter. Can she beat Thrapp? Nope, nobody does. Massenter. Nice ball. That is Nikki Ross. Burnett trying to prevent anything from her. Arabe with an attempt at a nice little move. Thwarted. Salazar, the goal scorer. Nice move. Gets around Alyssa Ketchum. Finds Burnett, who finds Rink, the Australian on the far side. Plays Anderson. Rink again loses her footing. As we are halfway through this first extra time period. Golden goal will decide it. Cruz lofts it toward the box. And it's Rivas! Rivas scores! Rivas sends the Broncos on to the Elite Eight! Off of the throw-in! Oh, what a way to go out for the Sea Lions, who played so well in that second half. And off of some miscommunication in the back, Rivas finds herself all alone, tucks it just under the crossbar, and sends the Broncos on to the Elite Eight, dethroning the defending champion, Point Loma Sea Lions. We'll stick around as they will bring the trophy out. So it's a 96th minute goal by Angelina Rivas, her 7th goal of the year. And she'll never score a bigger one in her life than that one. Tough way to go out for Christy Kiley and her bunch. Just a great game. It was anybody's game. And basically, one fortunate bounce of the ball has decided things here today. these two teams could play 10 times, you probably have 4-4-2. But today it's the Broncos that end up with the victory as they salute their home fans who gave them tremendous support here this afternoon. Not to mention the Point Loma fans who drove up from San Diego County in full throat as well. A very sudden way for the season to end for the Sea Lions, defending champions. And 1 minute you're playing, and then the next minute your season is over, and you wait till next August. And here comes the trophy. And we'll stick around for the raising of the trophy. And there it is. A happy bunch for the Broncos for sure. So the goal scorers again, Salazar in the 15th for the Broncos, Diaz in the 48th for the Sea Lions, and Rivas in the 96th minute to win it and send the Broncos on to the Elite Eight, where they will play on this field next Saturday at 1 o'clock against either the Colorado School of Mines or Angelo State. All right, I'd like to thank Eddie Flores for his great work here with the cameras. The rest of the crew, Alex Klein and Delaney, best in the business. Our producer-engineer, Mike Landis, as well. For all in, this is Craig Duncan saying good afternoon from Kellogg Stadium, where the Cal Poly Pomona Broncos win the West Regional Trophy in extra time. They defeat Point Loma, the defending champions, 2-1.